A new proposal for Jamie Gittens to Chelsea. Let's get into today's video, people. Yes, people, welcome to another Chelsea video, man. Keeping you guys up to date with all the latest Chelsea news every single day when possible. I need you guys to tune in, search for this channel. If you don't get notified, look at all the socials, WorldWideChels, Snapchat, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, everything WorldWideChels. Go and follow up on all the socials. Everything will be posted there. Everything that you need to find about Chelsea related, you don't need to read tweets or anything, you can come on this channel. We've got updates on Jamie Gittens' proposal, Maignan updates of course, and a lot more to be talking about. So make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification, tune in every single day, comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Every single like helps out the channel so much, so please click the like button. It's only one click, it's free. Come and help your boy, of course. As I said, back on socials, we'll be uploading hopefully every single day going forward. It's been nearly 3 weeks and I've been doing that. So yeah, let me know where you're tuning from as well. I want to hear where you guys are tuning from as well. So let's get into the first topic. Jamie Gittens, obviously Dortmund valuing the player around £55 million. We're expecting Chelsea to go ahead with a new proposal in the next few days just before the Club World Cup starts. Not for him to join beforehand, obviously, but after. But they want to get this deal sorted behind the scenes now. Obviously, Dortmund are very clever. They thought they can put the price up for the player. They can ask for more money up front because of the Club World Cup. And Chelsea have now come back officially saying that they have enough wingers up top. And when I look at it, I don't know what they're talking about. Cool, it's PR and stuff. 3 wingers. We've got Tyreek George, Pedro Neto, Madueke. Doesn't really make sense. Maybe Cole Palmer can play there as well. But we've seen players that have returned from loan not make the squad. So the whole thing just doesn't make sense. It's looking quite bad for Chelsea in terms of the squad. We've got more goalkeepers than the wingers. I think that should speak enough volume. But obviously Chelsea don't want to go into this bidding war beforehand and spend X amount of money extra that's not needed. They are basically saying we'll wait and hopefully come up with a new deal. And the CEO of Dortmund has come out saying that they respect Chelsea, the owners and the people that are involved in negotiations, and that, you know, they just didn't agree with the structure and especially how late it was. They did not, you know, agree with that. So basically, so we're now expecting, the players still waiting, the fans like us are still waiting for him to be joining Chelsea. He, as I said, he's not my number one target that I would take, but like we said, if Maresca wants the player, if Maresca, you know, has worked with him, and most of the players that we're signing at the moment from Joe Shields coming from the Man City academy, such as, you know, Lavia, Cole Palmer, Delap, we can kind of see the sequence here where it's going. So yes, it looks like the player should fit in well, and let's see what happens with that one. So that is your first one, of course. A proposal, a new proposal from Chelsea should be coming in the next days. These are coming from Fabrizio Romano, and obviously Ben Jacobs has been speaking a lot on these topics as well. So that is the first one. Fabrizio Romano did also say Chelsea, as I said earlier, feel well covered in the winger position, so they didn't want to pay around £55 to £60 million for the player. Now, also, we've got news on Hugo Etikike, of course. If the price isn't right, then he will just have to stay with us. We don't have to sell. So that's what they've come out. Whether they'll be selling the player. Obviously Liverpool linked to the player, Chelsea linked to the player. We're now hearing United linked with the player. I don't know where the United are getting their money from. Obviously they can't even afford staff and staff's family to attend cup finals that they let the Butlers FC win, of course, after 17 years, a major trophy. Can never forgive them for that. But on a serious level, I just feel like journalists now have a job to say certain things, get the traffic up there, boost, you know, the subject, try to get the price up. That is the objective right now. Why would United be interested in this player? Not that the player would even join United. Let's be real right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, Chelsea, Liverpool. Chelsea have only asked how much the value is for the player, and they've been told €100 million. They haven't put a bid in. They haven't indicated that we'll put a bid in. We've just inquired. And what's very interesting is that, obviously, in the recent days, I've been seeing reports that Liam Delap is our main striker, and that we won't be going for another striker, and they're going to be assessing Nicholas Jackson in this Club World Cup to see whether changes have to be made. Maybe Nicholas Jackson could play on the wing, currently as well. You never know. You never know what we could be cooking up in this Chelsea squad at the moment. So that is where we are. Do I think we'll sign Hugo? I don't think so. We were also looking at a 6'6" player, which kind of surprised me. Nick Waterman. I'm not gonna act like I've watched him week in week out. I have seen some clips. He does look good. I mean, anyone can look good on these clips, of course, but for a 6'6" striker, he does look a bit technical, a bit good. I'm not saying that we need to get him, and this is the player that we definitely want, but I don't really see a difference in him, Hugo, and stuff. If you know what I mean, whoever comes in will be a boost. We just need fresh blood in this team. If you know what I mean. So that's coming from Germany as well. Like I said, it looks like the German reports are coming up with this news to try and boost up contract talks or whatever it is, because apparently Stuttgart will try and give him a salary increase. So maybe it was a way of getting wages up. Who knows? But that is the news today on that one, of course. So talking on Ben Jacobs, obviously he's been talking on watch playback, of course. Chelsea won't go back for Maignan from AC Milan. If Milan stick to the same price, it would have to drop. He also talks about Gittens, hoping that until end of the month they reach an agreement. Garnacho and Williams still on the list if Chelsea decide to walk away. I'm not sure about Nico Williams, especially the wage structure just doesn't make sense. That will break it for him. Obviously, that's a big name that I do want to sign, that I do want to see, but realistically, I don't think it will happen. A lot of people confused and think there's guaranteed that some expensive number 9s coming after Liam Delap, when it was actually Delap that was the priority target, and that's why he's been given a number 9 shirt too. If another one comes in, you'd think about Jackson's future will come into question, who Maresca has big faith in, or they'll be overstocking, which could be quite dangerous. That's an interesting one. I do think Nicholas Jackson will eventually leave, whether it's this season or next season, 100%. Chelsea are still assessing what to do with the strike situation, and this is because Maresca still has big faith in Nicholas Jackson. But if we're not going to sign a winger, we could put Nicholas Jackson on the left, no? He does decent on the left side, in my opinion, and when he comes in. Chelsea do hold interest in Hugo, but I think Liverpool, who are really there, Chelsea will never advance, as people said. So as I said, we only inquired about the value. We didn't want to put a bid in. I don't think we'll sign the player, so let's see what happens. Renato Vega is frustrated that he's been left out of the squad. Now, let me just say something. You only have yourself to blame. You forced your way out in January when we needed cover for Cucurella. Whether that's PR or not, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but from what I've read and what I remember, he forced his way out on loan. So I don't think you can, grant yourself and say, yeah, I should be in this squad. Maybe a fresh start, of course, but maybe Maresca really, really wanted you to stay, and you still left because you don't want to be a backup or competing against Cucurella, who, let's be real, was one of our best players this season. Definitely top 3 in my opinion. 3? Yeah, top 3 definitely. So I'm not really surprised at that, and I don't really disagree with it. I think that's probably the correct move. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below about that one as well. And Maresca also spoke about that he's overachieved already. He was given a 2-year target to make it to the Champions League, which is shocking to hear and shows where our ambitions are, that it's not good enough. But luckily he's made it already. Luckily we've already got into Champions League, and we should be signing better players now, and that should be expected automatically. If United had won the Europa League, they would have got 100 million. They would have signed certain targets in the Champions League, but they're not in it, and no one wants to join them. We're seeing Gyökeres' situation now where he's angry, he wants to leave, and his CEO of his club is coming out saying that it's not 60 plus 10 euros, it's 100 minimum. So they're sticking with that, and let's be realistic, no one's really keen on the player at the moment. I've not seen real interest. I've not seen anyone saying that we're going to be going all out for him. It's been quiet for a player that scored 50-60 goals. Bit surprised, but a lot of them were penalties, so maybe him and Bruno can link up well. But that's everything from me in terms of the latest Chelsea news. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Club World Cup is very, very soon, next week, of course. I don't know what we'll be doing for that, but you know, we will have podcasts, live streams, videos, everything coming out, especially for the transfer window. This channel needs to come back to where it used to be. So yeah, I need you guys to keep supporting, keep liking, keep subscribing, and we'll catch you soon. Until then, WorldWideChels, I'm out. Peace.